This is a deeply moving story about faith, innocence, and the intersection of science and spirituality. Here is the story. One day, a couple visited a doctor with their 10-year-old son. They placed the medical file on the doctor's table. After reviewing the reports and examining the child, the doctor said, "Son, please wait outside for a moment. I need to speak with your parents." The parents replied, "Doctor, he knows everything. You can discuss the matter in front of him." The doctor remarked, "This is the first time I have ever seen a family with no fear on their faces." They answered, "Sir, we were very troubled at first, but gradually, through faith and trust in God, the morale of all three of us grew strong." The doctor then explained, "Look, the child needs heart surgery. The case is serious and there is only a 50-50 chance of success. If it succeeds, he will never have heart problem again. But if it doesn't, well, you understand." The parents asked, "What should we do?" The doctor advised, "In my opinion, it is better to take the risk once rather than living a life of constant suffering." They agreed. When they asked about the fees, the doctor said, "I usually take an advance, but in your case, we will talk after the surgery." He then scheduled the date. On the day of surgery, the child and parents arrived on time. No one looked afraid. They were incredibly calm. This case was becoming a landmark in the doctor's life. As the child lay on the table in the operation theatre, the doctor stroked his head affectionately before administering anesthesia and asked, "Son, what is your name?" The boy smiled and said, "Anand." The doctor joked, "Son, may you always live up to your name and remain in bliss, Anand. Do you want to say anything before we begin?" The boy asked, "Sir, what is a heart?" The doctor replied, "Son, the heart is the organ we are going to operate on today." The boy said, "Sir, my parents always say that Ram resides in everyone's heart. So when you open my heart, please check how my Ram is doing in there and then tell me what he looks like." The doctor's eyes filled with tears. He had already briefed his staff and now everyone in the room was moved. The doctor whispered, "I have performed thousands of surgeries, but I don't know why my heart and hands are trembling while operating on this child." He closed his eyes and prayed, "Until now, I have performed every surgery as a professional, but this surgery is based on faith and trust. I am merely the one operating on the heart, but you are the true surgeon. Please make my effort successful." And surgery began. It was progressing well with high hopes of success, but suddenly the child's blood pressure began to drop. His body grew cold and eventually everything went silent. Tears streamed down the doctor's face. "Oh God, you won and I lost," he muttered as he turned on the theatre lights and went to wash his hands. Suddenly, the boy's word echoed in his mind, "When you open my heart, see how Ram is." The doctor immediately looked towards the child's heart and shouted, "Can you see Ram?" As soon as those words were uttered, a miraculous consciousness returned to the child's heart. The heart began to beat again. The entire staff cried out in joy, "Jai Shri Ram!" The surgery was completed successfully and the child was saved. The doctor refused to take any fees and said, "I have performed thousands of surgeries, but I never stopped to think where Ram is. Today, this child showed me that Ram truly lives within our hearts." When we close the doors of our worldly intellect, God opens His doors.